We are really excited about this one. It is appropriate because it is Valentine's Day. You can see behind us there. We're
feel
celebrating
the love a little bit, right?
on this Valentine's Day. We are highlighting a local couple who's been married for 60 years, or excuse me, 50 years. 50 years. There have been a lot of ups and downs for the Reeds.
But in sickness and in health, they are living by their vows, showing us what marriage is really all about. And you said 60, they'll make it to 60, don't worry about it. I went to Elkhart to meet them. Take a look.
We met in our really sophomore year of high school.
He liked me and I didn't know it, and I liked him and he didn't know it, so it took a while.
Joe and Teri Reed have been by each other's side for 50 years. In fact, they've rarely been apart.
And I went off to the military, and upon completion of my boot camp, went down to propose to her, which happened to be on her birthday.
Teri even left school to be with Joe in the military.
It was worth it. You know, I look back on it where I would have been, and I'd have done it all over again.
To save up for a ring, Joe also had to make a sacrifice.
In the military, when you graduate, you're issued a standard uniform, but in some cases, Marines are offered dress blues. And I ended up receiving dress blues and selling them so I could use the money to buy her engagement ring.
Joe then went on to become an Elkhart police officer, and Teri raised their 2 children. But everything changed one Tuesday afternoon more than 30 years ago.
I was pulling out of this middle school. My son's football game was over. I was waiting in line and I saw a car pull up with the light on top. And I looked at him. The whole time I was at the game, I thought, where is he? It's not like him to be late. And they came over to my car and said, get in the squad. So I did, and I knew right away it was bad news. The whole way to the hospital, I was I'm sorry, I get emotional.
Joe was hit on his motorcycle, paralyzing him from his armpit down.
It threw me as high as a traffic light. I came down pretty much landing directly on my head, breaking my left side.
Since that day, Teri has been Joe's caretaker.
Very good, thanks.
Get him dressed and in his chair, and then I'll shave him and do his hair, and I would do anything for him.
And that includes appointments and medication for his latest and perhaps biggest hurdle, terminal cancer.
Trying to make lasting memories with the grandkids.
And of course, the love of his life, Teri.
She's not missed a single day or night of being my care provider. And the professional staffs at the hospitals and my nursing care, they marvel at the fact that she's never had one free day.
And she wouldn't have it any other way, except maybe when it comes to driving Joe around.
I sit in the back seat and save her life every day we get in the car. Honey, there's a car coming, or watch out for the stop sign.
So you're a good backseat driver.
I'm doing my part.
Well, he's a backseat driver. I wouldn't say good.
Great
And
job.
let me tell you, both Joe and Teri have such a great banter and sense of humor. You just heard a little bit there.
Yeah.
Which I think is also so great in a relationship, right? That kind of makes them stronger.
Yeah.
They are great.
It builds on that trust that they've already had for decades, you can tell. And they are, correct me if I'm wrong, living every single day to its fullest,
That's
right?
You just heard, you know, sadly he has terminal cancer, so he is truly living each day to the fullest. They have 5 granddaughters, all girls.
Yeah.
No grandsons, which I love. It's all little girls.
Girl granddad,
And their 2 kids live within just a few blocks of each other, so they're all so close. They see each other all the time.
Peace and proximity.
Yes.
We love that. Great job. I watched this about 2-3 times in the newsroom.
I know.
And
I
this
was like,
time it
"Come
gets
watch
to you.
this."
This time it gets to you.
I mean, it really is what love is all about, right?
Yeah.
You want someone who's your partner, who's going to be there for you and take care of you in these moments. And I mean, Teri has gone above and beyond, and her love for Joe, and
I think
beautiful.
that's the one thing that's beautiful about love, is that love isn't always easy.
No, it's not always glamorous.
It's not, but love is love, and that's indicative of that right there. You did a really good job telling that
Thank
story.
you.
That's great stuff.